Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, good. My camera's off center. It means it's going to look really weird when we transfer it down to the view in a
I
minute.
knew this was going to happen.
It might not be that bad.
Oh, yeah,
It could be
it's going to
worse.
be bad.
Could be
It's going to
worse.
be real bad. The whole place is going to burn to the fucking ground. So, welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Hangover. We're going to do some indie games. I'm going to give the controller to Jordan to start this so that we can do that. Yep, see what I tell you.
God! Help! Oh, that's better. Sort of. After show of what?
What?
I don't know. Somebody said, is this the after show?
I don't know what came before us.
I don't know, except for that
They're
thing
talking
they're
about
playing
like the
homes.
hangovers. It's a hangover thing. It's like, hey, you know, after the after party, after the after
Oh,
party.
I get it. Yeah. Oh, there's normally an after party?
After parties are common occurrences. I don't know if
Are
you're aware
they?
of this. Actually, more often than not, it's not about the party. It's
the
about the after party that you want to go
is.
to.
This is why I'm not invited to any of them.
Because at that point people get silly drunk.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is gonna suck.
It's not as bad already as some of these other shooters out here.
Johnny Luchor says we're looking good.
Well,
I...
what was it last week? The guy's like, you look hungover.
Did you finish the coffee?
That's true. Yeah, I think the coffee's ready to go.
I'll get coffee.
Whenever you're ready.
Unless you want to get me coffee. Yeah, you're entertaining.
I need... it's funny you said we're looking good because like my hair is still wet.
See, no one cares
Need
about
my...
that.
Yeah, I know, and it's hard to see too. But I also haven't eaten breakfast, and I'm so sad. I have no food. We have no cereal, so I'd have to like make oatmeal or something, and I'm running late, so I got no food.
Okay, how do I start
You guys can
this?
feel free to send me pancakes.
It doesn't look terrible. It's got some cool effects to it.
I
It's
think
like
it
silly.
looks terrible.
Well, I love the old Doom style
Why
shooters.
does it take this long to kill them? Is my question. You're gonna die.
Oh, I can aim up. Okay.
There you
So,
go.
there we go. Headshot.
I don't like
This is
that.
not bad.
Phew! Yeah, I never played any of these kinds of games, so for me this is like, ugh.
I mean, it's better than if it were
Ah, this window!
ugly ass Quake graphics. Those don't hold up as well. There's some charm to the look at that. See, there's some charm to that.
There's some charm to that. Thank you, backburner.
Yeah, why do headshots aren't doing shit?
And thank you for bacon. I want bacon. Oh, I love bacon.
Oh yeah, I had a
Ew.
BLT last night, and I was like, I'm probably gonna have one tomorrow.
See,
Yes.
I can't go to brunch because I have to go to work. I'm so sad.
Uh oh, I need ammo.
I'll get a breakfast bagel-y thing on the way, and I'll eat that, and it will be tasty.
How do we get ammo?
Actually, I am excited for Christmas, Bob. And the reason why I am is because we're actually going to just have a huge brunch instead of a dinner. Because we just had a dinner for Thanksgiving. I feel like it was just yesterday. You know, and it was all fancy, and there's candles, and it's nighttime, and there's, you know,
Whoa.
meat and stuff. But, like, screw it. Do something unconventional.
Oh, me.
Wake up, open your presents. Well, you know, like turkey.
I know.
Wake up, open your presents, and then pancakes and bacon.
Who doesn't like those things?
That should be a
No.
present. in and of
Exactly, it's
itself.
part of the presents. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Careful. Careful. Oh, well, you put your hand in the coffee. That came off of my cup. Ew.
Done.
We want to get my cup too while you're at it. Okay, we're gonna wash that.
Yep.
Anyway.
It's like Wolfenstein.
It is, but I don't know how to get more ammo other than buying the gun again, I think.
Oh, that's
We have to
odd.
buy your weapons.
There's like a little cache.
I can't tell if it's preventing fall.
Oh yeah!
Okay.
Epic
Shit.
meal time! Heck yeah.
This would be good if I could afford something other than a handgun.
I saw
but-
Tara Long in an episode of that.
What?
Yeah, that was funny. She was like one of the girls in it.
That's a revision through produced show.
Is it now?
Or coordinated with them or something, and they're all in that
Oh, crazy. Oh, what? Bacon, 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 bacon.
area. It might be one of those things where Rev3 is distributing it or something, I don't know. Or maybe
They were
machinima.
also on, what was that show? It was like unboxing porn or something like that.
I'm still pissed off that my idea for unboxing porn has never been implemented.
What's your idea?
God, why is this so jaggy?
What?
My video over there is
Oh, whoa.
jaggy.
Holy
Holy
shit.
shit.
Well, that just happened, I think. I thought.
I haven't been watching that.
I haven't.
That
but
is
I-
pretty
Who
terrible.
earns? And it's not your fault, viewer, that the stream looks like that. It's not your connection or shit like that. It just looks shitty today.
It's not the game either. This is not.
Knives just got Borderlands 2 last night. That is so much fun. We still haven't been playing lately though because,
Ooh.
like, I've been working and then, I don't know, Connor's been working and I don't know what else happened. Ooh, it's like a gun with a thing at the handle.
Oh yeah. This is good. I can't believe I'm saying this.
I've been rewatching Sherlock though, which is really nice to do at night. Also, because we did our personality tests for the Myers-Briggs test. That was one, right? Where
Remind me.
you're like 4 consonants when you're done.
I guess I don't know.
Like INTP.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm an INTP, which is the best kind of personality type.
It's like the 4th time I've heard her talk to people about it.
Shut
this
up!
week.
Sure.
Shut up! I love it. I love being. Well, I got like refreshed with it again, and so then I had everybody do it in my family, and then also
And then
other
that turned
random
into a
people.
science versus astrology conversation
Oh,
with
no.
her mother. It was fucking absurd.
Oh yeah, my mom does that. So my mom was all
Oh.
like, "Oh, they're invisible."
No, that's not what her mother was like. Her
No,
mother was
that's
like,
not.
not like, oh, they're invisible.
That guy just jumped out the window. He's invisible. He's invisible. He's right
It's
there.
astrology men coming to get you.
Oh my god, they're scary.
Thetans.
Yes.
No, it was just that my mom didn't quite understand scientific quantified tests and things like that. Oh, now I really need a tissue.
Go get one.
Okay. It's in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get you out of it as quickly as possible.
Anyway, the conclusion was... I don't remember what the conclusion was.
Go and wipe your nose.
Okay. Ow! I just hit my toe. I do not like it with the knives. They're not
I'm gonna do
okay.
one more. I'm gonna at least do it this way. It is. Otherwise, this is probably pretty competitive to watch.
That seems to be running more smoothly now. That's good.
Oh, good. Maybe I'm missing it, but this could really use some kind of base building to it. If it's just shooting, that's not too great.
Right.
But I do really like how this looks.
It's got a really
It's got
appealing
personality.
visual. Yeah.
Yeah. And it does control fairly well.
I think it's kind of dark. I mean, it could just be in
I
here
mean-
because we actually have sun coming through right now,
It's probably
but... Oh, sure.
Alright, that's enough. It looked
Wow.
like there were other maps though, so.
Was that just the trial? It seemed to go on for a while.
Well, they go 8 minutes, dear. They
We
always go 8
usually
minutes.
just
But it
give up.
felt
We just
like more
quit.
time because
Well,
I know.
We always quit from the 8 minutes and stuff.
Anyway.
Same length demo all the time.
Sorry.
Could replay it over and over again if we wanted to.
Uh-huh.
If we felt so inclined.
There's no use limits on this.
That's right. As opposed to the Wii U, which imposes its draconian
Ah!
30 use limits on demos.
Yeah,
Cheeky
sidebar.
mammoth.
Backburner says, "Oh snap! Conrad just noticed the sidebar. Nice."
Look at this. This could be.
Oh yeah, I added the punctuation. Just in case. What is this?
I don't know. Awesome Pirates? Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
So we're back on pirates again, huh?
I guess so.
I don't think we ever left.
Well, I never left. I live pirates.
Okay, some ships.
Okay, so that's your ship.
Oh, Okay.
There is you. That's you. Right there. That is your shit. You're the red one.
You're the
Oh,
shark.
I shoot. Oh man, this is great. So if you can't tell, that wheel is my control.
Right.
So it's like super delayed, and then aiming is sideways.
Oh, that's important.
Get on, getting used to.
Oh my god,
Like
hit a bow.
the fact that it's delayed, I think.
I mean, it's not that. It's just.
It's just slow to build momentum.
I mean, I can only turn left and right. I'm auto.
Right.
So that's what gets tricky.
Actually, I loved the boat segments in Assassin's Creed 3. I thought they were some of the
I
best
want to play the
content
game
in it.
just for that. I've been so.
Oh yeah! It's like the ship fighting in Assassin's Creed 3. Sorry, I was reading that.
Literally just.
I was reading that.
I mean, those words, Assassin's Creed 3, spilled forth from my mouth, no less.
I blame
That's
my
60
brain
seconds.
on working retail.
Go ship.
Ah! Hello!
Hello.
The person whose name I can't remember.
Jolt Lord. Also, just trying to catch you.
No, mess it up. Mess it up.
I'm really messed up. I
Oh, you have the two windows.
You don't need to see the video at this point. You
Yeah,
can
I
just-
do. I like looking at it. What? It's like a mirror. You can't stop looking.
Again, all the more reason.
So anyway, for those of you who have just joined us and don't know what we are,
This game's kind of nuts.
sorry.
You can be talking about that.
Yes, we are playing mini games on Xbox Live. And we're playing the Hours games this week. So that way,
You're really not good at
you don't. I told you, brain dead retail holidays. Okay. It only takes one day. That's all I need.
Alright, show me how to get to the thing. I had it, and of course now it's gone.
And this is also Pirates. How did you do that?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm making
That's
Hey,
yeah.
Is that better audio levels? Satisfying? To give you pleasure. In an unquantifiable manner.
okay, I'm gonna stop playing this. That was. I would like that if the core gameplay were more fun. Everything else about it is good. It's just not a good game to
Oh.
play.
Okay.
It was kind of neat though. It probably sounds really harsh, but
Well, I mean, it looked like the sort of thing I would like, but
it needs to be more complex than just shooting sideways at your ship. Maybe it is, and we just didn't see it. But all right, come on, do the demos. Oh, gee.
Now this is interesting because it's a sports game. It's
I was
like
gonna say,
basketball.
is that a basketball?
It is a basketball.
Oh,
You control robots
What?
and program them to play basketball, basically according to the description.
oh, this isn't some kind of end of the world shit.
End of the world
I don't-
of basketball.
I don't know. Maybe everyone's dead, and now this is like their one. There's just their post-apocalyptic event is
So robots
robot basketball.
Play basketball.
During the first 15 seconds, only the hybrid robot can play.
It's okay.
Hey, for Johnny.
What?
2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Trademark.
We're kind of putting these out of order.
Whoa.
Basketball
Okay.
news. Okay.
So the first 15 seconds is key here.
Apparently.
What?
Human players. Okay.
What?
Bridges?
do you even make this?
This is insane. Like, this sounds
really
so complicated.
weird.
It's not a good way of presenting the game concepts.
No. I don't even know what the robots look like yet. I don't
You get points for balancing.
Yeah, you do.
as well.
You've been seeing
That's
them.
the
That's
robot.
what those frame things are. They're like actual
How are
robots,
the
like
vowels?
robots.
Oh, not like anthropomorphic
yeah.
robots.
Right.
Oh.
I'm just gonna. I don't.
Regret this? You're just gonna regret this.
I watched all the clips.
What? The Mayan apocalypse is delayed until
No.
March?
Stop talking about it.
I know.
I'm so annoyed. I just get annoyed as hell.
You're not even on Facebook.
This is one of the reasons I'm not on Facebook.
I know.
Is this gonna? Okay.
Cool training. All right.
E for Johnny hates you, Conrad. Wizards and Warriors 3 will be the death
I
of
know it's pretty fucking brutal. I really like that game though because it had a lot of advanced concepts for, you know, an NES game. I mean,
sorry.
you had multiple classes that you played as. It was still an action adventure game. It reminds me a lot. It's a lot like an early Metroidvania. In that, you know, you have these 3 sort of big environment areas that you have to explore and jump around in, and you get new classes with new abilities through the course of play, and that'll give you access to new areas. You know, it opens up new areas of the map for you to explore. Meanwhile, the NPCs in different areas will react to you differently depending on how what class you have active.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of like really distracted by how weird this game
This
is.
game is insane.
Yeah.
Like, what?
How do I? Shit, I wasn't listening. How do I pick
Oh,
it
it's
up?
the mayonnaise apocalypse.
Okay.
Oh.
I did it.
You picked up a ball.
Oh, I'm like a vacuum cleaner then.
Oh, I'm like a vacuum cleaner. This is dumb.
I did not choose it. You chose this for me.
Let's skip it.
Okay, I'm
This is
almost
dumb.
done. I just want to play.
Katrina, settle down and be patient.
What? I am.
No, you're not. He hasn't even had a chance to do anything.
I haven't even
in
shot
it
my
yet.
ball yet. I don't know
And you're
how.
like, let's quit.
He balanced on the blue bridge.
Yeah, that was like one part of 20 steps in this game. Come on.
I didn't know that was a bridge.
There we go. Maybe it's not. I can't get on it. How do I shoot?
A?
There we go. Now it went in.
Nice!
I did it because I think it just auto went in.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna do a real match now.
All right.
I'm ready for the
The big leagues.
Yeah, the big leagues.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
I don't understand. What is this called again?
Catalyst 2012, I think, which is just even weirder.
Catalyst
Other AI.
2012.
We'll see.
3, 2, 1.
This is like one of those sim games, but it's for a thing that doesn't exist yet.
Or a thing that
Shouldn't
somebody
exist.
but could actually exist within the realm of physics, which is even worse.
Be like,
This
"Give me
does
the
have
ball!"
Oh, a foul.
Oh, I'm not even.
You crossed the line.
What?
You're offsides.
Oh, do I go? So am I
I'm just throwing sports terms out.
Tech, yeah, tech foul.
Yeah, you're fucking with their bridge. I think that's probably a technical foul.
Tech foul. Okay, you can't go in the bridge. So wait, I
You can't use theirs. You might be able to use yours.
I guess I score in my own.
Yeah, I think so.
Has it been 15 seconds? That was the key.
Yeah, game's fucking kicking your ass, actually. You have to,
I don't.
gotta use the X button to have human players send you more balls.
See, you're telling me to
It's
be
not doing anything.
patient, and Jordan normally quits things at random.
I want to see
anyway.
this through. So I guess I am supposed to
It's
go.
not fair to the games when Jordan does that. So I'll make sure to chastise.
So
him.
we're gonna do it on the ones that don't deserve it. Yeah.
I think this is biased.
Okay, we're done.
That's biased.
We get it. It's bizarre.
Yep.
At least this has been an interesting week so far.
So far.
Pretty diverse.
Yes, that's a nice way of putting it. Diverse.
Well, it could just be a bunch of Minecraft clones. I think we're past that point.
That's
for the
true.
most part.
Johnny Viral points out it looks like they designed a robotics competition for college students. Yeah. In fact, that could have been what
It
it
could
was
have been
originally.
if that were some kind of robot war thing. That could have been cool. But basketball,
What's next?
I don't know how to say that.
Catan?
No, we're not. That's not it.
Graffiti.
I was like, why is that on there?
Because it's
Katrina, how many times does something
It doesn't
have to happen
work
the
right.
same way for you to know that it happens the same way every time?
I feel like I'm being bullied.
The hard drive has to load and determine what's a demo and what's not. It takes some time, and so oftentimes things that were legitimate purchases of full games will
Snake.
appear as demos because of Xbox's system of having to acknowledge whether or not you paid for content on a
Why are
case-by-case
you
basis.
green
I
now?
don't know what.
Whoa!
Do I hit these?
Are they the
things?
colors of the buttons?
Whoa! It might be.
They are not. A
Okay.
just does it.
There was no instructions.
I guess I'm supposed to do this. No, it's not doing anything. There sure weren't.
Huh.
Well,
Well, what else is there to explore?
Oh, I think you're
You
supposed
got
to
this
not
whole
have your.
thing.
You're supposed to not have your tail hit them. No, maybe not.
maybe they're supposed to be a certain color, but I've done every color on every one.
I think you got longer. Did you get longer?
There's a percentage thing that's ticking up in the upper right corner.
Oh, that was it.
What?
What?
Oh,
Here we
it's
go,
in the
instructions.
controls. Okay.
Oops.
Change the colors. Yeah.
I don't understand. Doesn't tell you how to win though.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
No.
I was.
What?
So you want as many of the same color as possible? Ah, okay. So you change color. You like have them in your queue, and you press the button to lock them in or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So you want to go over as many as possible and then hit it.
Gotcha.
Seemingly, I don't know what the different colors actually do, as far as point values. There we go.
Wait a second, Johnny Viral, you're a robotics student?
What?
That's awesome.
That would probably be a pretty good field to be in like the next 15 years.
Yes. Unlike.
Because I want to be a robot servant.
You would think that my job would be good too, but the problem is people realizing that it's a good job to
No, it's not that.
deploy. Huh?
It's not that.
No, but it is. Well, there are a lot of things now.
It's an interesting idea.
This is not. It's just there's not enough to it.
Yeah.
This is a prototype
really
right
cool,
here.
Johnny Viral.
Yeah, there's the seed of a really cool game
Uh-huh.
right here.
And that seems to be it. So. Okay.
Like, it looks cool, but.
Actually, what I really want more than a robot servant is just to have like Deus Ex arms and
I love how, like,
appendages.
you just slip in there more than a robot servant. I would like to have.
Because then I won't have to be killed by the servant. I'll just have
Right.
I'll have the benefit of the technology though.
Oh.
Keep scrolling.
Okay, sorry, I was looking at chat.
And it is Survivor. That's a new one.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I've got some bad news.
Is this an apocalypse one?
Yeah, it's a zombie thing.
Oh, okay.
That's closer than you think. Yeah, that's kind
Well, I've
of
seen. There's
weird.
been some cool videos of a guy with like his Terminator arms, what they called it. I don't know if he appreciates that, but he seemed to enjoy it.
I think that if you've lost a limb and you get a badass
Yeah, it
Terminator
did
arm,
look badass though. It was
Yeah.
not just function; it was form too.
pretty much just happy to have a working arm. So,
Yeah.
I don't know that people gawking at it would be that much of a concern to me.
This is like apocalypsey. God damn it.
Dead fish.
Dead birds. Homeless
Sick people!
Look at that load.
Ew. It's not a very good illustration, to be honest.
Really not.
Ah! Oh, it's a zombie apocalypse thing. Survive
It's
until the helicopter
incredibly
rescues
dark.
you.
See, this is already worse than that other one.
Whoa!
I
this
told
is
you. See, this is what I
so dark. Ew! Look at that. Yeah, you can see the difference in like the shading for like the people.
This is
and
supposed to be
wave
realistic.
one. Wave one. Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna just get out of here.
Homeless people.
Oh,
Everyone
shit.
caused the apocalypse. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. This is worse.
That's a
Now,
big beefy dude.
all of them look the same for starters.
What would you expect?
And is this the zombie voice noise from another game?
Could be.
Sounds like
can't
from
get out
like
of
Left
here.
4 Dead or something.
They ran up there really quickly.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Oh great, they're still here.
Ugh, tired today.
Me too. And you stop trying to kill me for a second. Jeez. This is not good. This is just an endless amount of these because I want out of this safe house, but like, there's no other way. I don't think.
Yeah.
Wave
Wave
one.
one. Oh, it's survival waves. Great.
They're still in here though.
Yeah, you just killed, you know,
There we
you just
go.
lived long enough, I guess. Oh, survived till helicopter rescue. Right.
Get me out of here, dude.
I mean, I don't understand how the helicopter rescued you when you're completely fucking surrounded by zombies.
How do I get this off? the
Well, and
screen?
also, where do you go to get the helicopter? Is there a map or something?
That looks
You
weird.
know, it already did it.
Oh.
It's just a matter of surviving until time. You don't have to get somewhere. That was my point.
Oh.
There's something in the way. I can't see.
Yes, it's a wall. You're like looking through a window or something.
Oh, okay. I could be playing the War Z, so at least I'm thankful I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it could be worse. Oh my god. It's unfortunate.
At least there's zombies in this.
Hopefully they'll get that shit sorted.
Huh?
Well, presumably enough people have purchased the game that they're not going to run out of money.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, you know, just hopefully that it gets fixed to the satisfaction of those people who've already bought it.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Cannot
still
do
laggy
this.
on the screen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's not for us. Sorry, guys.
No, it's. I mean, I could restart my computer. That would probably fix it.
Well, I didn't see the other one and see if
Has it been that the whole way?
It just seems to be coming in fits and starts.
Okay.
But it's definitely a processing thing. It's not.
I love that phrase.
I know.
Now that I know that phrase. Fits and starts.
How many more of these do you have?
There's not that
Dances
many
to the
more.
frame
Football
rate.
Holics,
It's
Light
awesome.
Fighters,
No,
Odyssey
it's
2011, and Zombie Strippers ate my brain.
Well, I gotta play that last one, so.
Yeah, the webcam is fine.
We'll push through and then maybe restart.
Who
with this
are
one.
we? Oh.
He's using the troll.
I
thing.
know. I see the troll.
Well, I don't know. You see, you forget everything else that happens on a weekly basis. So
You're
I
being
figure
a bully today.
Whoa, look at that guy.
Whoa.
Oh
like
shit!
that.
I like that a lot.
I like that too.
I'm
but
not
is
gonna
this
like
about
this game.
football?
Well, here's the thing. It's not like football from what I've seen.
Mutant League
It's
football?
like mini games.
Oh.
No, I know
relating,
it's face.
relating to football and
troll
weird.
face. Don't listen to Conrad. He's being mean fans. Bye, Ramses. See, I kind of like the illustration.
So.
In a way.
This is a rushing challenge, so you're trying to push past your opponents, I guess.
This is not good.
Hi.
I so touched
Oh, that's
that.
that's not good.
I so touched that. I'm just gonna look at the shadow. I got some kind of item.
It's a weapon. You're throwing your.
It's auto throwing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a start.
This is a game.
It is a game. Feeling old already? Get fit with football.
Okay, I can move a little bit.
Oh god, that mascot dude in the background is terrifying.
Silent
That was-
Union.
that was
I
the
don't
guy.
even want to know.
Thanks, Equipolant. You told us the Star State thing was fine, and so is the webcam. So it was just mostly those ones. Yeah, what's the name of this one?
Football holics.
Some fun.
Football-holics.
Yeah.
There it is. It's in the background right now. Football-holics.
Oh, okay. Weird.
So this is just the tutorial.
These guys get 10 out of 10 for their logo, but
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try the actual game now. Maybe that will be better. That thing thing is
I
so
know.
fucking
It's like
creepy.
it's like a walrus from hell.
It kind of looks like a hippo.
It was cute until it opened.
Yeah,
opened
it
its
is like a
mouth.
hippo. It's like a combination of Domokun and hippo.
Oh Jesus!
That's weird.
Which is funny because hippos are also cute until they open their mouth and they're terrifying.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think hippos are very
Baby
cute.
hippos are so cute.
Baby hippos are kind of
They're
cute.
like so ugly. They're cute.
Oh, you're right.
They're just tiny. Well, I mean, they're still giant, but when they're first born, you could probably hold it. I don't know how much they weigh. This is the same as the tutorial. I'm not gonna play anymore.
Oh. Oh, it's good. I got it. Wait, I got it. Stop.
See, now I had it, and then you're like, oh, I got it, and you, and I had actually had it.
Sorry. I didn't want it to
You don't
go.
need to see your video; it's distracting you.
Glax says, Conrad, you look very tired.
I am very tired.
I always look at the video. Really, today? Really?
Now that we all have to share this,
Yes.
it has to be visible for everyone.
Okay, that's fine. It's visible if you scroll it over slightly. I think you can see the video too. You can't see the video over there.
Yes,
Everything's messed
but
up today.
some of us don't want the video to be a distraction because it catches the eye with its motion.
Oh, so what you're really saying is...
Yes, that's right. You're wrong. You're wrong to do it this way.
What is this game, Jordan?
I
Conrad's not
already-
paying attention. 'Cause
It had.
he's too distracted.
I think it had fighter in the name. I really don't.
It had fighter in the
I
name.
really don't pay attention to the names so much. Can you blame me here?
Yeah. So this is like a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up asteroids. I
Yes.
guess.
And I'm seemingly locked onto this whatever it is.
Onto this rail thing.
Yeah. Did it? Oh, that one's huge.
It seems kind of strange that your spaceship would be 2D and made out of neon lines
And yet,
when
that's
asteroids are
Yes.
very 3D.
Your style does
Space.
clash.
It's because space, man.
No, I don't think so, actually.
Totally.
Mm,
It's totally because of space.
no.
Have you ever shot down meteors in space, Katrina?
See, there you go.
No, but we're working on that
You
too.
may need to bomb that shit or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
do you have
Got it.
anything else?
Uh-oh, broke up.
Oh.
I have a charge. Well, I'll just try that. This seems
Oh,
to be
that's
the
kind of
trick.
nice. Works on the little guys anyway really nicely. Oh,
Yeah.
there's another big guy back there. This isn't terrible. I just don't like the look of the
I
asteroid.
do have bombs. I'm not sure what the button is.
Oh, whoa!
You found the
I
button?
don't know it, but I pressed every button at once. I don't know. I don't think there's much more to this, though. Okay, there it is. I never cared for asteroids anyway.
Ramir asks if I've ever looked at Mutant and Masterminds. I haven't. I'm not familiar with that at all. I haven't really. The thing is as much as I love board games, I haven't really been paying attention to them seriously in several years. Like in 3-4 years. And I haven't played 1 and 2. So, yeah, if it's newer than that, I'm not that familiar. But that's not a game I know the name of.
All asteroids have bars below them in real life.
It was-
Odyssey 3011 was that? Oh, that was
It,
Light
wa-
Fighters.
it did have fire in the name.
Light Fighters. So what's this one then?
I don't know.
Block
Oh,
was
this is
possible, right? Though I mean,
2011.
it could have been like some sort of strange fire station of like a spaceship station thing. That's purpose is to shoot asteroids.
Yeah, and I remember when the D20 system came out, and everyone was all like, everyone was making their RPG games to use that system. It was going to be like the open source of game platforms. Unfortunately, the system it's still Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
It's better, but it's still not good.
Ooh.
Have I ever played Super Crate Box?
Yes.
Yeah. Like fuck yeah! I was championing that game on Dtoid from its launch, and from its initial launch. I love that game. I was so angry at Rami and Jan at Vlambeer for not charging people for that fucking game.
I know. They finally did.
Yeah, finally when it came to iOS, they put it on sale.
And I think PlayStation Minis, it's on there.
Is it on there now too?
I believe
Good.
so. Apparently that's the ideal version, and I mean it makes sense because it's portable and you have buttons. I like the iPhone version, but you really do need buttons to play that game seriously.
Yeah. Not only that, I somewhere have a copy of the ultra rare April Fool's Day version 1.04 of Super Crate Box, where they fixed the scoring issue.
Oh boy.
Another space one?
Hey, they fixed the scoring so that you got points from killing enemies and not from collecting crates.
Holy what?
This is weird.
I thought that was a glitch. How did that happen? Space happened.
Space!
Here we go. Okay, I'm starting to get this.
You guys are gamers, but you've never played, like, some of you have never played tabletop RPGs?
Well, it's
Aw.
not.
They're
Lots of people have never played. That's like saying, what, you like Monopoly? I can't believe you haven't, it's... Lots of people play games and, like, you're into that. But even amongst people who like games, role-playing is a extremely dorky niche.
it is.
It requires a lot of effort, a lot of time.
I thought it was like a gateway game, though, Like,
I think
Yeah.
it's the other way, if anything.
Is it?
Yeah.
Games are
Perhaps.
far more accessible, I think, for people. Because when you have to use your imagination for anything, that already discounts a lot of people.
Oh, Warhammer doesn't count.
What am I going for here?
Yeah, Warhammer's not a role-playing game. Warhammer's a tactical strategy game.
I don't see
Or a
shit.
tactical miniatures war game.
There it is. Maybe. Oh. I gotta find a docking station. Isn't that...
Well, that makes sense even Johnny.
Although, in a way, I'm more impressed that you played Warhammer a long time ago than I would be if you played Dungeons and Dragons. Because Warhammer is actually, I found Warhammer to be more impenetrable in terms of a game system.
Got it, Bob. It doesn't count, faker.
Gauging interest to see if you want to try and push towards a virtual tabletop weekly gaming thing on StreamToid or anything. That could be interesting.
With which games? Which ones have virtual tabletops?
Now, like for role-playing games, that could work really well in a podcast form, later, which is cool. Like you just look at Acquisitions Incorporated, which is the Penny Arcade Dungeons and Dragons campaign group. That's very successful.
I do not... Okay, I get it now.
And granted, that's successful because of who's in it, but I mean, it's successful as a concept. It works. You can podcast a gameplay session
Do you still know what you're doing?
and share it.
Yep. I finally figured out how to go forward.
Are you winning?
I'm gonna crash right into that if that's what you mean by winning.
Nice.
What was so fun about pen and paper RPGs? And you say that as if it's past tense.
Not that you play them now
It's
or
like-
anything, though, because you don't.
Well, I don't. I don't. But I mean, like in
So
general,
many
like they still make them. They still.
Short and you're like, yeah!
Boom.
Ah!
This game wins because it had an explosion. Sometimes nothing happens.
Yeah, he just pops.
Okay, so if you like these
Look
types
at
of games,
that.
there you go. I forgot the name.
You
Odyssey
saved the
something.
universe!
I won.
Because you blew up the enemy, the harmless looking thing that was floating in space somewhere. With your
That was a
ship.
docking station.
And died.
Alright, so-
I don't know.
So to answer Joe Lord's question, the thing that's great about pen and paper role-playing games is that they're storytelling exercises. They're opportunities for you and your friends to get together and tell cool stories. So they're exciting, it's all based on your imagination, so there's absolutely no limitations on where stories can go. It's really at the discretion of the people playing, because you all work together to create a story and have a fun experience.
I've known Jake since my
So that's what I like about it.
when he called.
What? We're
I've
playing
known
this?
Jake since-
Zombie stripper stole my heart, then ate my brains.
Works for me.
I don't know how they make it go. I
It
think
says
it's
play
loading.
intro.
No, when I hit that.
Ah,
I've known
this
Jake
is.
since
Oh,
my
it's
days
talking.
before. When he called, Said he was a man
But I don't hear
short
the audio
of
through here. I hear it through there only.
I told
I
him
don't want to read the audio.
But when he told me
I know,
was
me either.
Well, stop talking and maybe I can understand what you're saying.
I thought it can't get any better than this. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, this is not going to be good.
No, it's letting me
I think you had to
skip it.
go through the whole thing then.
Yeah. No, this looks great, Conrad. Look
Yeah.
at her back.
This
The
is-
one what the hell is on her back?
This is going to be a winner.
I guess that means she's a zombie. Oh, that one on the top left. Her face is.
No, we're not playing this.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
we are.
Oh my god,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys.
Why wouldn't we play this?
I want to see what the gameplay is like. If it's okay, another shooting game with zombies, probably.
Elevators aren't working.
The funny thing is this controls better than that last zombie game. That I'm not even.
Looks better too. The shambles great.
It's wa-
I mean, we need more than
Headshots.
one zombie stripper.
Oh my god.
Headshots work.
There aren't that many strippers. I mean, there just aren't. I mean, you know, after a while,
Whereas
you're
this
gonna
was
run
the
out of strippers.
no, this was the stripper convention.
Oh, a stripper convention. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like, this is a stripper, like a place, strip club. They call them
Don't
clubs.
look too closely to my guy's hand though, because it's not. That's like one tiny little
Oh,
texture.
jeez. They're all twins. They're all. they're,
Not for long.
yeah.
Did I get it? Okay.
I know, whatever the appropriate number is. I was trying to think of that too. I don't know how many there are. I was gonna say, like,
Holy
quintuplets.
shit.
They're infinituplets.
Infinituplets.
What is that?
Oh, very funny joke, Lord. They're sex
Whoa!
tuplets.
Oh, it's getting hit.
Oh.
I'm gonna restart.
There's supposed to be
Okay, something about elevators. Oh, I'm supposed to protect that guy. Okay.
How'd this game get on
Oh.
XBLA? It didn't. It got onto Xbox Live Indie Games, where there is no quality control.
There sure isn't. Okay, come on.
Or where quality control consists of, does this game run?
I don't even know if I go that far. there have been games that didn't even run for us.
Wait,
That's true.
yeah, reverse the Game of the Year's posts. We gotta
We got
retract.
a late
We gotta
entry.
retract. Late entry.
Oh, come on.
We need to correct ourselves.
Walk at me in a straight line, damn it.
But doesn't Xbox Live Indie have peer review? It does, but it really is just to the extent of, does the game function? More or less. Like,
Oh,
that's...
I'm out of ammo.
Or have anything super, super obvious or something?
Let me see you haters make a game and get it out there first.
See, we have the decency to know better.
Yeah, there are good games on here.
Well,
But
that sucks.
most of this is shit. But I'll tell you what, I will work on a game,
We're
and
good.
I will see about putting it on the service.
No, I wouldn't even do that.
No,
I
just,
wouldn't put it down here. I would
Just-
make a game
just-
on here though.
just to satisfy
Okay.
him.
Well, there we can go. What's the worst possible thing we can get on service?
God knows. Anything. They'll allow anything, clearly. It's just, yeah, not good. Alright, well, that wraps up the indie games for this week. So let's move
There
on.
was that first one was pretty good. The retro-looking zombie shooter.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad.
That was about it though. Well, actually, surprisingly, that robot, that Catalyst 2012, that wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
I would never play it, but
So let's head on into the
It's
Dafoeverse.
can only go up from here. That's the way this show goes. I don't think Conrad got the Amnesia Fortnite package. I did not.
I did not.
I almost did. I figure if anything's really good coming out of that, I'll just buy it when it's done.
God, I had a lot of notifications because I never checked them.
Is that it? We're done with indie games today?
We're done with indie games.
Oh, I guess it is already 10:53.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I'm not even in the Dafoeverse. These are just people that I have somehow wound up connected to. Oh, shoot. Alright, back into the Miiverse. Make some kind of RPG based in the Dtoid Buffy universe. Yeah, Dtoid exists within the Buffyverse.
Is this
I don't
a
know
new
if you're aware of it.
development?
No,
I-
it's been like this for a long time.
Oh, I mean, I know there's references to Buffy. I didn't know it was in the universe.
Yeah. We're part of the canon.
I would have left
Is
because
that-
of the game. No, I didn't get
Is
more
that like
coffee.
how all of Tarantino's films are in the same universe?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. If you don't know about that, go Google it because it's actually pretty awesome.
Huh?
all of Quentin
Tarantino's.
Tarantino's films exist within the same universe.
And it gets way cooler than that might sound.
I would love for him to make the Vega Brothers. I really want that. All right, so welcome to the Dafoeverse. This is the Rabbids Land community on we use Miiverse. Jim Sterling declared it to be better used for photos and comments on Willem Dafoe. So it is now the official Willem Dafoe community on Miiverse, and on the show here we like to scroll through and see what's been going on for the past week in there. Oh my god.
These are...
This
What?
shit's getting insane.
Dude, people, wow.
This guy, it's just this one guy for a while.
Guys.
Jonathan Holmes, feed me fruit salad, feed me.
Willem
Ew.
Dafoe. I think we knew personally. We knew.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. I love how they try to squeeze in a little.
Get that
Normal
rabbit shit out
rabbit.
of
Don't
here.
think we're getting some rabbits in there. World of Dafoe Craft. Schindler's List 2, Dafoe's Nose.
What?
That's awesome. Aliens versus Willem. The enemy of my enemy is my Dafoe.
I like it. Whoever wins, we lose. Actually.
I expected more from this game.
Hey, Alphadeus.
Alfred E. Dafoeman. What me, Willem? Oh, that's cute. That's
I don't
cute.
get it.
I don't think it's cute,
Alfred
but
E. Newman. He's the mascot of Mad Magazine.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
yeah,
at his
okay,
ears.
sorry.
Catchphrase.
I was, yes.
I didn't know that's what his name was, but I recognized it. Whoa.
Chungus. Oh, that's
Holy
good.
shit, that's
Wow.
nice.
Let's
Wow.
highlight
That's
that
very,
son of a
that's
bitch.
clean.
That's beautiful.
Dude.
We like that a lot. That gets a yeah, for sure.
I haven't actually experimented with drawing on this thing. Have any of you? Is it really, like, how hard is it to,
We'll get you to draw some Dafoe.
no, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna draw some
Yes, you
Defoe.
will. Damn it.
I could draw, like, a chibi Defoe.
Well, there you go. No one's done that yet.
Willem
to my
Dafoe's at
knowledge.
every school. Hey, kids!
Yes.
Creepy face.
Yeah, that's a plan I support.
Teenage Dafoe-come-on.
Oh. That was not actually Holmes.
49 replies to that person.
Oh god, alright, this poor man.
Did anyone actually buy Raving Rabbit?
No.
That's
Well,
This
like-
is something from the comments.
Ah.
Oh, it got into an argument
Oh.
of some kind. Is it Aiden that created this? No, Mahabot created this, alright.
Nobody tells me to shut up.
Huh?
Wow. These people are... I told you I'm not... Oh, it's a 9-year-old.
Never admit to be under 10 on the internet, people. Come on.
Okay,
What
this
the-
is weird.
This has gotten, like...
What?
Strange. Why would you want to block? I want to block because he was mean to me. Well, what's that have to do with you?
Okay, this is really
No, I'm
bizarre.
going to troll him because he was mean to you. If I can't block him, if I
Oh,
block
yeah.
messages.
This is the best thing this week.
This is kind of amazing just because, I mean, it really lays out the internet for you. It's like, well, I
Yeah.
could just ignore this person, but if I block them and prevent them from sending me annoying messages, I can't annoy them in return any longer.
Meanies alert.
Meanness alert. I'm gonna start saying that. Meanness alert.
This kid. No, don't let your 9-year-old on the internet, apparently.
And I can report him. Why? I mean, can you have private? Don't make a post,
Yeah,
Conrad.
we're-
What are you doing?
Making this... We're keeping this thread alive.
Because internet. Anyway.
Now he's gonna be mean to you, probably.
Fuck it. Let him be mean to me. This
Don't
is the
block-
best thread
Don't
ever.
block him.
Yeah, I know. I can't block him because if I block him, then I can't keep sending him annoying messages.
Anyway.
Whoa.
Willem Dafoe says, "Hi, kids. I see you, Jim.
Oh, okay, those are eyes.
Jonathan Holmes for Prez."
Rabbit. Oh. Why is it always the question, is this game worth buying?
Willem Dafoe in the wrong Santa. Whoa, that's a trip. It's like some weird spiral death mouth, consuming the earth, and it's Willem
I
Dafoe's
couldn't
face.
tell if that was the Earth or not, but it looks.
Yeah, it's the Earth. That's creepy.
I'm a red balloon now.
Is that how he talks?
Yes.
That's how Jim Sterling says he talks. At any rate.
Right.
Go to plays. Okay.
What?
Good advice, poorly
Poorly
distributed through grammar and but whatever. Dr. Fu Manchu.
What?
And this is still just like within 2 days ago.
Yeah, this is within 2 days. This
I
is
think the
ridiculous.
admins must be really enjoying this.
John Con 2013! I'm going to John Con. Are you going to go to John
I
Con?
am.
Hell yeah. Maybe he'll kill another dog.
Huh?
Oh, at John Con 2012, Jonathan Holmes killed a dog with a broken bottle. They just... Yeah. It's pretty epic.
I want to let
I
you
was
guys
there.
know that while Dtoid is recorded in my house, I will admit I do not listen to it.
That is a wise decision.
It is.
Hey, it's Farmer Animals with the classic
Whoa.
Dafoe reference. That's cool. I like that. Was that maybe Boondock Saints
That's what
Dafoe?
I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
good.
really creepy.
It's actually less creepy than he is in the movie.
I think I like that. He had his role in that movie.
No, I
No,
he's
yes, but he
not.
makes a really ugly woman.
He sure does.
Is there a Dtoid Wikia?
That's probably something that should happen.
That's a good idea. Why so Willem Dafoe?
There should be.
I mean, we certainly have enough
We have-
people who are able to populate it with all of the weird shit.
The fiction of the Podtoid.
You know, I might talk to Jim about doing like an official wiki for Dtoid, because the other thing too is that it could be a little impenetrable to some new people who don't get all the references and so forth.
yeah.
We do a pretty good job of getting that stuff explained, but
Yeah, I want to know how many of these people. Oh, that's a
That's
really
a great rabbit.
Oh my
that
god!
person, normally I wouldn't give any play to rabid stuff in the Dafoeverse because we
Because
all
we're
know
just-
it's completely inappropriate for the
We'll
Willem
allow
Dafoe
it.
Miiverse community, but
That's great.
this is fantastic. It's like the Velveteen Rabbit,
Aww. I want to know
which is
though.
even better because it gets set on fire at the end.
I want to know though what Oh god. No, I just want to know how many people are repeat people for the Dafoes.
I
I
haven't been
want to know
watching.
what the
Well, we could
proportion
we could
is.
just be reading the names, but we're really not.
Well, I mean, you'd have to remember too, because again, like that's the thing. How many bands does Jim / Dtoid have, to the extent that they would do this on their own, or is it just a lot of repeat people being crazy because it's funny?
Who knows?
No, we saw Dafoe Manchu. There we go. We
John
scrolled up a
Conrad.
bit. Is this game fun? Do you get to dress your own
Oh.
rabbit? Why so Willem Dafoe?
Oh, I saw that one before.
Here we go.
Yeah, we already saw these.
Oh, did we? Oh,
Yeah,
There we go.
oh
see?
yes, there we go. Now we're caught up. Hey kids, it's still Christmas.
How Dafoe Stole Christmas.
Got game for son this Christmas. He loves rabbits. I find them boring. Whatever making him happy is good game.
Okay.
Rayman
That's
is better than
another
the
question
rabbits.
about who
I
is Willem
do
Dafoe.
agree. with
Dofo. You spelled it wrong.
Why doesn't anybody just Google it?
I don't know.
Welcome to the Daily Dafoe.
Oh boy.
Friender Dafoe. Willem Dafoe.
Oh my god,
That looks like
that's a really good
Obama.
one. It
Yeah, it
does
does look a little like Obama.
It looks like somebody else though too, and I don't know who I'm thinking of.
It doesn't look like Defoe is what we're getting.
Yeah. Rabbits ain't the only thing raving.
Oh my god.
Willem Anita Dafoe. Hey there, kids, play Green Goblins. Don't buy this, download the Rayman. That's just demo instead. That's good advice.
Defoe isn't happy until all of the tinsel's on the tree.
You think you know. You can never know. Dafoe for a man or woman. Johnny Depp and Willem Dafoe and Dafoe.
Oh my god.
Dafoe collects the neighborhood gardening gnomes and throws parties. There's never enough chip dip. Hooked on Daphonics worked for me.
I just still can't believe there's this much I mean, more than anything.
We're still not through the week.
Oh my god. See, the thing to me though is that more than anything else, the creativity level of people is what really gets me. You know?
Willem Dafoe is hard to draw his big floppy.
What?
Willem Dafoe is hard to draw his big floppy. That's good.
It is.
It's very good. That gets a like. Or a yeah. Yeah, there we go.
First thing I do when I get my Wii U, check out the Rabbids community. Thanks, Dtoid.
Willem, my little Daphone.
What? Oh my god.
It even looks like him a little bit.
Yeah. Dafoemon. Gonna put all the Pokemon in my Pokeballs.
Defokio. Tells no lies.
What happened to my universe? We're just about done.
Whoa. How did that not get banned?
Led Defoe.
Jonathan Holmes, Jonathan Holmes, Jonathan Holmes.
Oh boy.
What does Willem Dafoe even have to do with rabbits? Everything. Donate your teeth to Willem Dafoe's collection. Willem Dafoe wants to take you out for dinner. Whoa! I haven't seen a superintendent in forever.
A what?
The superintendent. This was part of a viral marketing campaign that Bungie did for ODST, I think it was, or Reach.
I can't remember.
One of those Halo games. It had to have been ODST because it was like the first one where you weren't playing as Master Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Harnell says ODST. You are right.
Okay. That's wild. And, you know, it's weird that's clung in my memory as well as it did. It's such a simple.
I wouldn't have recognized it as it without you bringing it up.
That's a good. That's how you know you're making good iconic shit.
Oh, squiggles.
Your silence gives me smiles. Terminated girl. Wiley E. Dafoe.
Wow.
Defocus. Focus.
Ramsey, stop it. Dephoned.
Did they finally stop with the memes?
Nope.
Afraid not.
Oh boy. Okay.
Alright.
Let's end on that one.
Yep, let's end on Dafoed. So
What
there
are
we
we
go.
playing today again?
The Willem Dafoeverse
Oh, sorry.
in the Miiverse. Make sure you, when you get a Wii U, if you get a Wii U, head in there, check that out.
Contribute
It's a good time.
if you want.
Contribute, please. We want this to always be a place where fans of Willem Dafoe and Dtoid can go and congregate and share their love and fandom and enthusiasm for really the greatest actor living today.
Yes.
And possibly the greatest actor of all time. So, there we go. Now, we move on
To the main event.
to the main event.
I don't even know the full title of this game.
It is ToeJam and Earl 3 Mission to Earth.
Mission to Earth.
ToeJam and Earl.
3. It's not the same.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now, hopefully, this just switches over the way it's supposed to, because I've never had to use the Xbox before. I might have
one of
to.
these in so long. These giant controllers.
I've never tried to stream with just the Xbox, so I might have to do a thing here.
A
Make it
thing.
work right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do a thing.
Oh.
My streaming capture stuff just like totally crashed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this was happening to me a bit last night too. Not the end of the world. I can fix it. I think. They can still hear me. They just can't see anything. I should
Oh, good.
put the camera up.
Oh.
Hi.
There we go. Now
Oh,
let's
this
see.
looks awesome.
Let's see if this crashes.
Ah.
I don't know.
There
if
we
I
go.
like that sassy girl, but
You don't have to play the sassy girl.
Okay,
She's
good.
awful. The thing I like about Letitia, and that's her name, Letitia. So let's put that out there right now. The
yeah.
thing I love about Letitia is she is like they took all 3 members of TLC and made her one girl.
Oh, and an alien, of course. I mean,
Well, she'd have to be.
really? So I would play her just because she was like a girl.
Right, and that's why
Aw.
they made her.
Black kitten. Aww. Ramses, revert into a kitten. Go.
Kitten power, go!
Uh,
Alright, I need to get a little more coffee before we do this. But go ahead and hit start.
Okay.
Neo Geo X? What?
It's a handheld Neo Geo unit.
Yeah.
Oh!
How are they how's the software distributed for that? Are they just doing it like
They come on, I believe. It comes with 20 games
built in?
built in, and then they also, for the limited edition, throw in a copy of. It's like on a card. Some games, Ninja Masters, I think it is. I can't remember the name.
As long as it's not Super Spy.
I guess it's on cards. Although there's surely some way to just get it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Someone will hack that thing.
Alright, you guys have. Can you get rid of the black bars? I can't, actually. Sorry.
Can't? Oh.
I can't do it. It's probably my layout thing. I mean, I could stretch it, maybe.
Oh, it's
I don't know if we want that.
deal.
It would look awful. It's a 4x3 game.
Oh well.
And I
Deal
don't-
with it.
Yeah.
All games don't have widescreen.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna see a picture of the kitten
look-
in back burner.
You can look up the kitten picture. All right, so this is we got ToeJam.
I picked my guy.
Oh, you picked Earl.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
All right, so let's
So-
we'll
yeah.
let Letitia do her rap so that you guys
Okay.
can see that. And is audio okay on that?
Oh, God.
Oh, it's a permission thing on Facebook, so I can't see it. No, I can't hear her very well. You are so right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is every
She's
member
every
of
member of TLC. Like I see a little T-Boss, I see a little Chili, and I even see a little Left Eye Lopez. And yes, I do know the names of all the members of
had no
TLC.
idea.
When was this made again?
2002, 2003, 2004,
Really?
Yeah.
somewhere in there. Like Xbox Live was a new development as of the time, and that's 10 years old now.
Oh my god, Xbox Live is 10 years old.
It is.
Oh.
I remember seeing a video in a store and like, here's this new
Oh,
thing,
shit, I just
Xbox
went back.
Live.
Go-
Whoa, that's crazy.
God, I
Go select
feel
your
so
Earl
old.
again. I accidentally went back.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
That loves me, the TJ.
Is the camera on?
No,
Is the camera on?
no.
I can see the light, Earl. I know it's on.
I
Is
think,
it on?
I think I've seen this beginning.
Funkatron to Earl. Come in, Earl.
Oh, yeah, it's on.
Just give me
That
the
is a kitten.
camera, Earl. Give me the damn camera.
Ah, it's the cutest kid.
Hang on, there's important story stuff going on.
Sorry, kids. Sorry.
Shh.
Thank you. Now try to keep the lights on upstairs, Earl. You know what I'm saying? No more falling asleep, alright?
Is that audible
This is
though?
a very important movie, Earl. We got to document this, what you call it? Posterity of the universe and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Earl. Earl. Wake up, Earl.
Yo, what's up?
Earl.
I love his tiny little eyes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right. Now point it over here, alright? Alright. Now, greetings and various apropos felicitations. The name is ToeJam or DJ CJ. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
My homeboy Big Earl and myself, that's ToeJam with a capital T, capital J, also known as Master
Where's
T.
his mouth?
Been called upon to say the
Good
universe
question.
and all that. We just got to get Letitia and then we can go
the wire was out by this point, so, you know.
Was?
Yeah. The wire started in like 2002.
Really? God.
Maybe even earlier. Maybe the first Barksdale case was 2002, 2003.
I thought it was 5:30.
No, she tells me.
Sorry. Wop wop. How long is this?
It's minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. Like we can stop. Come on, Earl, let's go. And ToeJam, would you put that camera away? You're giving me a headache.
Oh, yeah, that's the other problem.
You're the one who got me out here.
Thank you for reminding me. The audio is actually in mono.
ToeJam.
I can't get it to go
That's
out
shit.
stereo. It's a problem that I'm having outputting the audio from it. I think if I used the digital, it would be okay.
I'm not.
He's recording her butt. Did you see that?
That's what he
He was
does.
recording her butt.
Letitia,
That's very rude.
all worked up
That's
and all that.
inappropriate.
There's just some fine
I think.
flowers around here.
That's it.
Ow!
I think you knocked him smooth out, Letitia.
Lucky I was in a good mood.
Well, we still gotta go see the funky body. Why don't you go on in and meet me? And I'll stay here with Tony.
Oh, no, alright,
Why are you messing with that camera again, ToeJam?
Oh, my shit's so
Besides, it
complicated.
looks like it's gonna fall
So when are
over.
they going to like crash or something? Do they crash on this?
They don't
one?
crash in this one. They're going to Earth. They're trying to
Where you got that
recover the
from?
7 sacred albums of funk.
So let's get to it. Why don't you
For
fill us in
Lamont.
on what Lil Lamont had to say?
The Grand Master of Funk.
Disrespecting Lamont.
Really?
He's the
ToeJam
great
Earl.
funkopotamus, source of
Sounds
all
right.
funk in the known universe. You not even a potamus.
Alright, you're right. I'm sorry.
You could say that again.
Yo, Letitia, why don't you tell us what Lamont had to say? And do it with your Letitia style.
Hey,
I.
big girl, I'm gonna lay it out
Sorry.
on you.
Conrad says with a straight face.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I don't get
Here
it.
comes Lamont! Oh, you're not ready for Lamont.
We're not?
No, you're so not ready for Lamont.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Lamont's amazing.
I'll pop you if you don't sit down and be quiet. Now shut up and watch.
Yeah, does this become a game?
Yes, it does. But it's worth watching this. Because Lamont.
Oh, because we have to see Lamont.
What?
Is that Lamont?
That's Lamont, the Grand Master of the Funk.
Really?
That's right. You heard me. That's 12 sacred albums of funk. I know Conrad.
See, the funny thing is, you guys don't even understand how frequently this happens to me.
Dirt on them and stuff.
Like,
Where I'm like, this thing is awesome!
yes,
She's just
where
staring at
it's
me like-
weird and you're just like, oh my god, best thing ever, and I'm just like, okay, dear.
That is messed up.
Your job is to go to Earth.
Are ToeJam and Earl East Coast or West Coast?
No, they bridge the East-West Coast divide.
That's all you got to do.
Funk is universal.
Why is there no, like, Midwest?
Some of them.
There should be-
Because there's no culture in the Midwest.
That's where culture goes to die, Katrina.
That's where-
Indiana, no time to party. I mean, really? Come on. Indiana,
Okay, I understand that's
But
a thing.
he looks to me like Funkatron.
Detroit's there.
JT,
But what do they call
Detroit's
themselves?
close enough to
They
the.
don't really call themselves East Coast or West Coast, do they? I don't know what they call themselves.
Well,
I
they're
think they
sure as
probably
hell
just
not west.
they probably
but-
just call themselves Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mono. I'm sorry. I can't. I tried to fix it last night. I need to. I don't know. I think the digital out might work,
You got Lamont's message.
but that would require a whole other set of crazy bullshit.
So we're
And I didn't have an opportunity to put a
what you call it?
Yeah, what about Bootsy Collins?
mono thing on there.
I can't understand though is why he's sending us. I mean, of course I understand why he wants to send me. He wants to bring in the big gun, and I mean big. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is that a penis joke?
I think I
What?
want to know what you're saying.
I don't know.
Earl,
The big guns, and I mean big.
I'm just waiting for
It seems like it's almost there.
gameplay. That's all. Whoa, is that like a ship that has?
That's the
noise
righteous
coming out of
rap master.
Yeah.
it? Sorry.
It's the ship that you're fixing in ToeJam and Earl 1.
Right.
swear, woman.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand how I
just-
married you, and you don't understand these basic things.
I don't like, weirdo aliens with oddly mapped
backwards
texture
camera.
things on them.
Yeah, I hate that too. It's got backwards camera control, or inverted camera.
You guys run like crazy.
It feels good, man.
It does
Does
kind of
it?
feel good.
It's
Why does
way
it-
better than I thought it would.
Well, because in the first one you walked at a snail's pace.
I played it for a few minutes last night, just to make sure everything was working, and I was stunned by how well this game actually holds up.
Yeah.
I mean, just in terms of, even the characterization and the story
it does
stuff.
do split screen.
It
good.
does split screen.
Check that. Oh, can I do this?
Maybe there will be a female caster on Dtoid for the new year?
Question mark.
Question
I
mark?
don't know.
Oh, I know that,
Can I go up or down? Oh, that's
Rick was trying to get something set up with with someone. Someone female was going to be casting, or one of the female game groups was going to be doing something with us.
It's like LT3, I think.
LT3, yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's still happening.
Betty White, we got her.
Hell yeah!
How do you? So you can't have it go out more.
No, it's just zoom. It's
super-
not up.
It's super low to the ground.
Yeah. Got one of us. One of the 7 sacred albums of funk.
So is this also randomized, or is this?
There is a randomized version. There is apparently
Okay,
a
I did.
way it can be
Yeah,
randomized.
yeah, I did not click that.
Sorry, Stevie. I'm Katrina. Hi.
But what they did is they took what's so kind of amazing about this game is that they took the format of a collectathon platformer and applied the ToeJam and Earl elements to it and made it work in a way that still feels kind of natural.
Oh, was he trolling? There was no troll face. There was no troll face. You gotta do.
Yeah, she will literally take everything. She's like the Ron Burgundy of chat reading.
Huh?
Ron Burgundy, he reads all the punctuation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Oh.
Yeah, there were downloadable content stages.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This was one of the first games to feature downloadable content.
Wow.
Oh, there you are. We're.
I know. I'm
we got
sorry.
the
I
key.
forgot.
Yeah, we got enough
Burner.
keys to go to another area. We want to go to Funk Fu Yu, which is the spotlights show you places you haven't been to yet.
But look out, searchlight. They show you the places
Oh, there
you
it
haven't
is.
been yet, and you have enough to
Caravan.
get into. Remember that. Searchlight.
What?
The Soul Sisters are amazing.
It reminds me of the pottery ladies from Disney's Hercules.
Oh yeah. The pottery ladies.
I don't know
Don't
what
you
they're
mean
called.
the muses?
Is that what they are?
They're
Okay.
muses.
Okay.
They are the
Oh,
muses.
Okay, so we have Funk Fu
Can we
in.
fight?
Yep, that's what it is.
Next. Okay.
Really funk few.
Funk Fu. We're helping them become funky. And when they're funky, they have little disco balls over their heads. So, as we deal damage, the ball fills up with color, and then when it gets full, it becomes a disco ball, and they are funky.
Okay, so now I can attack.
Once they're funky, they're harmless.
Check it out. The right click is
And then they drop experience points, which will be traded for promotions. With the carrot guy.
I like this.
This is confusing.
I'm thinking at some point you and I should do just a full series run of the entire ToeJam and Earl
Okay.
games, and
That could be crazy.
No, really. Do you hate me today or something? What is wrong?
What?
no, we're not gonna
Not
make
with you.
just
That would
mad.
make it unbearable because you don't enjoy it.
Oh my
But
god.
Yeah, this had nothing to do. It's not all about you, Katrina. Which that's funnier to us because I was saying that
I've
earlier.
said that a lot of
yeah,
times.
said it a lot this morning.
This right after he did say something
We
that
didn't get all
was
the keys,
directed
did
to me.
That's the other thing. There's a certain number of keys in every stage, and you can.
Ugh.
I didn't see it pop up.
It's
Oh, it tells you.
bam. There is one more Earthling here to convert. Someone we haven't spotted yet.
Yo,
Oh.
check. Hold down the left trigger if you wanna look
Ah.
Did it. Because I love me some collectathons.
Yep.
Even like Donkey Kong.
And a co-op
64.
collectathon that actually works is really surprising.
What's a collectathon?
It's just like any.
Any game where the environment is just full of objects and there's an
Yeah.
objective for you to collect everything in the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything with a. There needs to be some kind of
Spyro?
percentage. Yeah, Spyro, Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong Country,
Oh.
Mario. All Mario 3D games are. That's probably my favorite genre. Nice loading.
Yep.
Oh god.
So is this that first stage? again?
Yep. This it's a hub world.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's why that one was like 237 then.
yeah. And then you can trick or treat at all the houses,
Uh-huh.
and they'll give you money.
Is it Halloween?
Every day is Halloween at ToeJam Earl. Because it's a funky holiday.
Well, that's okay. Every place on Earth apparently is a floating island.
Yep.
Amen for the soul sisters. They got a soul purpose to give unto you. You gotta pick up every present on the level. Pray big to
I just don't get it.
Okay, we are kickstarting a modern day
Santa
ToeJam
Funk.
Earl.
I check.
Yes, Santa Funk.
Oh my gosh, the black button.
No big rapping Earl.
So,
Check this out. The little black button lets you talk to anybody. Give it a shot.
so yeah, you can talk to them once they're funky and glowing, and they will drop more items for you.
Girl, you got it going on.
Big Earl, you like my pom-pom?
Also, this game's kind of dirty.
Uh-huh.
Hey girl, you like my pom-poms?
What?
Check this out. The little black button lets you talk to anybody. Give it a shot.
Nobody touches these pom-poms except
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that game's a little sly.
They call me Big E.
Sly?
Yes, sly. Subtle. What, does nobody use sly anymore?
No,
Am not allowed to use sly?
I don't think anyone says sly anymore.
Not outside
Son
of
of a
like
bitch.
Blake Cooper, is what I was thinking, but.
Yeah. I know.
So what are we
Come on, Metric did that song on the sly.
that's true. What are we gonna be able to buy with this?
Presents,
Okay.
as in the original ToeJam Earl, and I think there might be some other junk too, but mostly presents, food. Sushi, you can buy sushi, that's important. There's sushi stands in the hub worlds and sometimes in the actual worlds.
So we're funky, but we eat sushi?
Sushi's
Yeah.
pretty funky.
I think
I
so.
don't think sushi is very funky.
It is a hip food for the modern age,
It is?
of course.
Huh.
Keep in mind, this is like 11 years ago. Sushi was not still as widespread as it is now.
Oh, I can't believe this was
And they are
11
kind of
years
rooted.
ago.
They're kind of rooted in late '80s hip hop, and
Oh, I know.
that's
No.
when sushi became big in the United States. Was during the '80s. That's when it became a popular culture
Oh.
food item.
I'm just
Yep.
weirded out still by the fact that this was 10 years ago
That's why I'm like, this is awesome.
and it was after 2000.
Because I was expecting it to be
Dog shit, right?
pretty much.
Yeah. One of the reasons I bought an Xbox.
Could have been worse.
Absolutely.
Gotta love them presents. Alright, ready.
All right, opened the gate to the next little island a bit.
Yep. I just came through there. Oh no, that was. Ooh, it's this.
Sushi. Yeah.
Right on.
Food?
Let's see. What are we doing for Christmas? Well, we're just gonna stay here.
Yeah.
Oops.
That scared me.
That's probably Christmas presents. Speaking
Oh,
of.
like Christmas present. Sorry, guys.
My mama says she thinks you're my
Did you?
Oh,
elevator.
Grandma.
We don't have to like search for everything.
Yeah.
Am I ever going to play the Tex Murphy games? Or have I ever? I haven't. I've always sort of spied them and been like, I should get into that. They were one of those. Came out during a time when I was younger and couldn't buy all the games. So, how did I get that?
Is that the? Are you a detective in
Yeah.
that? Okay, I played like 3 minutes in one of them because it was free on a good old game.
Under a Killing Moon and
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I think Under a Killing Moon. Although I might Under a Killing Moon might be a Infocom game.
Did you see that? I think they released a shitload of Infocom games for free on iPhone as one game.
Find the agent
Doesn't
in the
surprise me.
human.
Yeah,
Find
that's
the
kinda cool.
agent in the human. Amen. Hallelujah.
Did you get LED's Christmas card yet, Conrad? He's asking. You probably would remember because the one he sent me was hilarious.
Maybe not, but I haven't gone down to check the actual proper mail since Thursday, so...
I just got mine, I think, yesterday, yeah.
So yeah, it's probably in my mail now. I'll check.
Listen up.
Remember Parasite Eve 2?
From the hunky crony in
Bad
the
times.
unlock spring shoes, and then use them to get across the other islands and complete the mission.
So there's a Funkatronian
Just what I need.
in a human suit somewhere. That never gets old, by the way. Being congratulated by the Soul Sisters never, ever gets old. So here's the dude in the human suit. Come here, check this guy out. Oh shit. I just got kicked in the kneecaps.
Jay, what up?
I love him. Fetch quest! Oh goddamn. So we now have a gold present to give to a cheerleader on this stage.
The bad aliens are trying to get me.
Damn, I love these
My mama says she thinks you're my daddy and you owe us the money.
Keys.
Got me some
Oh shit.
Oh, you don't like.
You don't fall to
Thank
prior levels in
goodness,
this
that
one.
was
Yeah.
a bit crazy.
Well, it was really cool. It works really well in the 2D game,
Yeah.
but there's no way you can do it here.
That's true.
And I was like, when I first heard about it, that was my first question. I was like, how are they going to do multiple stages?
So you have the shoes, don't you?
We both do.
You.
We have to open them. Hey, look, some instant points. Let's open that first. See? 3 points. Yeah, we share all the presents in this one. You can set it so that you don't.
Tells you
Oh,
how much
damn
time
it.
you got left on your power up. Gotta love them presents. A gift for Master T.
Getting presents. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this camera, I cannot tell how close I am to the edge. Here we go. I can't do this jump. What am I not?
Whoa,
Hold it down.
too
I
bad.
thought I did that. No, to go back. Go back.
You can do a couple of jumps to get more height.
All of that.
Oh.
And now you're out of...
Yeah, of course. And that would have been good to know. Shit. Oh, as long as you can
Just
see
what
it.
I need.
Well, you'll still have to get to the elevator.
Yo, if you ever want to cancel a
How can I get more
before the
spring
timing
shoes
is
then?
up, just
Yeah,
press
there
the
they are.
back button. It's the
All right,
little
brothing pom-poms for the cheerleader. And here's the karaoke microphone. Now this is another collectible item, the karaoke microphones.
Okay.
Yo, the mic.
I think they're optional side quest things in missions, or like in stages. Like the missions are optional, I think. And you want to collect a certain number of karaoke microphones to advance other bonus
I'm
stages.
careful with this. I'll get it eventually.
Another key.
There you go. There you
There
go.
we go. Okay. It's just you cannot turn back once you
Yep,
commit.
yeah, you
That's
gotta
what I kept
commit.
doing wrong. Okay.
Too cool.
Holy shit. Now it's going. This is insane. Oh, how you can jump. Oh, present. I do not like this camera. That's my one complaint here.
Yep. That's
That's
for
the
3D
biggest-
games. It's always the
God
problem. Like if you're gonna have a problem
It
with
is.
a
It's
3D
still
game,
the problem.
Too bad.
No shit.
I got to catch my breath.
At least they don't punish you too much for falling.
Nope.
Now, I know I wasn't supposed to be sent down there.
No, no more jumping. Damn it.
Yo,
It's funny how the 40K series shadows the original Warhammer stuff. I kind of thought that was the point.
Yeah. I'd much rather have sci-fi than...
Like, it's... Yeah. 40K is supposed to be a logical extension if everything went to its most extreme zenith. Like, if you allowed the races of Warhammer Fantasy to spread out across a galaxy and be separated from each other for millennia, and
That's a
then
good point.
be in conflict with each other for additional millennia, that's what you get.
Camera! Oh, come on! I keep sliding on the edge.
Good to be back.
Yeah, where the hell are we?
The elevator's gonna
That
be...
way.
Yeah, the other direction.
Great, the way I keep trying to go to the fall.
But you can... Oh, but togetherness is an automatic thing now. Only one of us has to make it across, and then you can bring up the map and join the other player.
Okay, well, that's good. Damn it, not enough.
I got to touch my bread.
Now it goes.
That's what they're good at. Yeah, baby. Hooker's back. It's my wife.
I have to organize my thing.
Your life.
I
Organize your life.
Oh yeah, I made it. How do I stop bouncing? No! God damn it! Ah! I wasn't even moving the analog stick.
Boing, 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 boing.
No,
Hey, you
damn
brought
it.
us.
Yeah.
Boing, boing, boing.
Okay. I cannot.
I screwed that up.
To be fair, this camera is really throwing me off here. It's hard to judge where you're gonna land until the last moment. Here we go. Okay, go down. Come on. This is it. I know it.
This is it. I know.
I've done it like 20 times now. This has to be it. Alright, I'm safe, maybe. No, stop bouncing! Okay.
Getting
Just
cold.
press that button. It's the
Stop
little
bouncing,
black
dude.
one next to
Alright.
the start button.
So take your foot off the A button. And then just wait for the bounce.
Okay.
They're like,
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's
Don't be
awesome.
dissing the Soul
That's
Sisters.
awesome.
sorry.
Oh, cool. I'm just gonna join you.
Yeah.
Map, no. Map? Yes.
White, I think.
How you doing?
I'm not even scared.
Oh, look at that.
Look like me.
Here's the elevator.
Nothing?
Patty cake. And this little piggy got in a car accident.
What?
This little piggy had a car accident.
What?
Uh-huh. This game's dark as shit.
It's terrible.
You can do a high five and share your
Kill
life.
her.
You know, help out your homie.
I convert. It counts as converting them. They become funky if they fly off the edge. Don't worry, it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As long as we get
And then they pop back up out of hell just like we do.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yo, so for
I mean, it's really nothing against this necessarily. It's just that.
That's good because it's awesome.
No, it's just that I don't like overly cartoony, weird, abstract nonsense games.
We did get a Christmas card from our former editor-in-chief, or former features editor, Chad Conselmo. Luna, his puppy, sent a card. She is adorable.
As is the case every year.
Every year, we always get
I've gotten
a
mine.
card of Luna, yeah.
Shitload of those.
There we go. Alright. Well, since we mentioned Christmas cards, we should show that one.
Yeah, Grandma got you something.
Oh, that was sweet of her.
I think it's a sweater.
Same as it ever was.
Yeah.
That's great.
Whoa, what is all this?
Ah, those are the other hub worlds.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back on the hub world, okay.
Yeah, so these are the other hub worlds that we'll get access to
I see
as
that.
we get enough keys.
They
I
look
know,
themed.
Luna is like the
They
best
do appear themed.
dog ever. So cute. Like, so photogenic.
And then
We should
these
start.
are like bonus areas based on the microphone.
should start a Ramses card and just send everybody. Everybody does dogs, we could do cats. Just do a really, really, really cute one of curled up.
Just have, yeah. We'll do that
And then
next
just
year.
get it
I can
printed.
like that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can change characters at any time, of course. Well, not any time, but you have to go to this thing here and switch.
That was weird, you guys.
What?
That bag just fell down.
Okay.
It was physics.
I know it was physics, but it was
So
creepy.
it gets not
Nothing
really.
touched it. It scared me. I didn't see it falling, and it just suddenly fell. And it wasn't Ramsey's fault for once.
What's the next?
I think there's one at 20. There's a spotlight thing that we can look
What's
at.
up? Yeah, that'd be good if I could actually see the spotlight.
Yeah. It's not perfect. Let me get. Here it is. 20.
20. Sorry about the camera, guys.
Yeah. Kinda sucks.
Find the agent in the human suit. Find the agent in the human suit. Amen. Hallelujah. Deliver the package that he gives to you.
I think it's wait to see who we're just in, actually.
There's an agent in a human suit.
Yes,
He's an
did
agent
that.
of Funkatron in a human suit.
We already did it too.
See, you're not paying attention.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
because
tell
I'm
this.
simultaneously
Yeah, we did it.
watching
Thankfully,
it
the
and
elevator's
blocking
right here.
it out at the same time.
That is big force.
So funky!
Maybe I'm just jealous
Could be.
of the funk.
Mm-hmm.
Because I definitely don't have the funk.
Here comes phone.
So I guess the 30 is what we go to then.
Uh-huh. There it is.
Yep. Okay. I read that as what the funk at first.
Me too.
Got a mission in mind.
I'm so over it, I was never in it.
Got a mission to find.
I mean, I also just never got it.
Come on,
I think that's my
That was cool. Right there.
issue.
and get your mission.
That's too bad.
I don't understand.
Because I mean,
either.
I had never played it before,
Oh,
and
sure.
I get it.
Oh,
It just makes
you're
sense to
younger
me.
than I am. No, I just never understood that whole bit, especially the really big necklaces on chains.
Oh, that okay.
Never got that.
That does.
Oh, so this is just a race thing for you.
yeah.
No, because there were white guys doing that too.
Yeah.
I think, weren't they? I was young. I don't remember.
Okay, some girl.
I mean, I liked TLC when they were a thing. I listened to that.
Well, but this has nothing to do with TLC.
I
It's
know,
not. It doesn't
I
even.
know.
Not even close.
Well,
Oh, cool.
You were just talking about the one.
We got promoted to Doofus.
The rest of it, I don't want.
Talk to the man in the carrot suit, and he'll promote you.
Come back.
Stop running into him. He's trying to back off.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, Boogeyman.
Yeah, now that song's in my head too. Thanks, Steve Pigeon.
This is not quite as terrifying as the enemies
Or that
in the
song
first
too.
one.
For Johnny.
You know?
Yeah, we got him.
Oops.
This feels just like
Well, there's a new item called extra specs that make them visible. We just got that. And I think these shimmering things here also are items we see with those. Yep. Presents. We have to make them funky in order for them to appear.
Hidden things like sparkles in the air. When you see one, hit it with your funk foot. Just walk right in through the archway. It's a test of faith.
So you remember that whole, like, the world draws the map in as you go thing?
Yep.
They did it here too.
Oh,
Whoa.
Conrad, you just blew my mind.
Isn't that a trip?
Fuck
Wow.
you.
How'd you know where to go?
Because there's a gate.
Oh.
In this, there's some really clever shit in this game.
Quit trying to not like it because it's pretty good.
No, I still don't like it.
We could be playing far worse shit on an original
We have.
Xbox.
That's true. Like I said,
Oh, and don't worry, some of that's coming too. I got a copy of Fallout Brotherhood of Steel.
I
That's
want to see. I've never actually seen that played before. I don't even know what it looks like. I just know people don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's just that kind of a genre for me is what it is. It's whenever it's like overly cartoony and trying to be like tongue-in-cheek funny, but also
But it
being
is
mature, but also totally absurd and
You hate
nonsensical.
Yeah, you just don't like fun.
Maybe
It's okay.
I am against fun. I liked Spyro.
I don't give a shit about Spyro.
I played the
honestly.
crap out of Spyro.
I played the first one and
I
it
would
was
like
fine.
it if
Oh
I-
shit, I just ate some bad food. Don't eat that stinky cheese.
Ew.
Oh, that's my guy.
Well, we got a little more than 10 minutes left in the program. As I understand it,
Oh, one second.
Brett is not streaming today.
Walk right in through the
Lucha might be filling in, I don't know. I have got to eat something.
I was older than that when I played Spyro.
Oh, fucking boogeyman.
They're everywhere. Friend law. And I did.
Good to be back.
Yeah, I do want to play. We can do a. I don't know what you call it, a marathon.
But we're gonna do a whole bunch of co-op shit when we can
Oh yeah,
get, time to sit down and do. I was thinking maybe we'll just do a thing where you and I just play couch co-op games for 2 hours in segments and upload it.
Couch co-op!
And you're not invited because you hate fun.
Yep.
Oh, everybody hates me today. Why?
Got it.
Also, if you're watching this and you like to edit video, contact me. That's just a thing. Keep that in mind. Keep it under your hat. Do you like the editing of video? I want to speak with you on a deeply personal level. Intimate. Damn right.
Yo, you know, you can walk.
Yeah, it's like a boys' treehouse.
It's a bit
scared.
safer on the hidden bridges.
You were invited, so don't get.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
No,
you
but
just
not
didn't like
for
to
the-
be here. You didn't
not
want to
for
be
the
here.
Co-op one though.
Yeah, but we'll probably.
You don't wanna
play
be there
stuff
for
you
that
don't
either.
like, so.
Yeah.
We don't. You don't. It seems like you don't like most of
Games?
the retro games we play. See, I
Actually,
usually like
no.
that stuff.
Actually, Conrad's right, to be honest. I'm
Graphics were-
very picky about my games. No, because I played like 9 is terrible graphics compared to now, you know.
Shut up.
What?
See, we
What's
don't
wrong
think
with you?
we don't think that stuff looks terrible. In fact, I love it. As long as it's
I
not
mean,
like
I like
blown
it
out
too.
pixels, I love that stuff.
But I mean to say their capacity to
I don't
make
know.
things look.
I don't
No,
care.
their
Like,
capacity is limited only by your willingness to.
You got to use your imagination.
It's like Impressionism. I look at Impressionism and I think this is blotchy, blobby crap.
yeah.
But they were working within constraints, within a.
No, they weren't.
Yes,
they did
they
it
were.
on purpose.
I know they did it on purpose, but they set up the constraints for themselves. They said, we're going to paint them in this style.
Yeah.
Now, those constraints weren't technological, but they were self-imposed. Same thing with the video games, except the technological limitations forced them to establish what their constraints were and work within them.
Right,
That's
I
all.
was just trying to prove the fact that I still like things like that, even though at the time they have been good, and today it's not necessarily the height of what you would traditionally call.
But it's not a matter of height, because you're looking at it from a progress perspective.
Yeah.
But would you consider Renaissance art to have no value because we've progressed on past it to the modern age?
Art's a completely different topic.
But this is art.
This literally is like visual.
No, but that's a completely different. I mean, that the better comparison would be to say that the monks in monasteries drawing medieval period illuminated manuscripts were inconvenienced by the lack of know-how and technology. Or
No,
technique.
because you're painting it as a negative, not as a choice.
Well,
People make an active. That's why people develop retro games now, because they don't have to.
no,
There's
I
the
know that,
capacity
dear.
to
I
do
know
more.
that. I'm saying that some of the games, though, that was the height of the technology at the time, and they were pushing the boundaries for their technology at that time. They weren't trying to be retro.
But what they also were doing was saying we can only do this much. They were
Yes.
saying no, but they could have kept trying to push. There were lots of games that tried to push the graphical envelope that would go too far because they couldn't actually accomplish their goal. You look at how a company
Yes,
like
that's-
Epic.
that's why-
You look at a company like Epic and an engine like Unreal, and the difference between how they use that engine and how everybody else uses that engine, and it's worlds apart.
Brett's
It's
gonna
all
be
about how you do the. It's all about how effectively you can use the tools and the constraints.
Well, yes, that's why I was trying to say that a better comparison would be to say that Illuminated manuscripts were using the height of their technology at the time because they didn't have the
Oh, I
knowledge
have
of
that.
things like contrapposto and chiaroscuro from the Renaissance period, which followed it later. So you're basically saying, like, okay, they didn't have those kinds of techniques and know-how, so that's why they drew picture in funny people in funny little
We have to find the
2D shapes that were all like religious-y and books. Yes, my
Boogeyman.
comparison was still.
If you want to reach me, and if you want to reach me to talk about some of that video editing stuff, yeah, just shoot me an email, Conrad@Dtoid.com.
How do you know which Earthling you're supposed to give the thing to?
The Earthling you're supposed to give it to is the one that has the bouncing disco ball that's all excited, but we need to find the present from the Earthling first. The Earthling and the humans, or the...
I
from
did that
the
already.
humans.
No, I did
You
that
have it?
right
Alright, so
at the
then you have to go
beginning.
talk to the dude.
Where?
To the chick. She had a...
It was that one right here?
Yes, her.
Oh.
The one with the
I
flashing
tried
disco
to
ball.
talk to her. Boogeyman.
Yeah, you guys can contact Conrad if you're interested.
There we go. Yay.
And I think the karaoke microphones take us to rap battles of some kind. I think that's.
We could do one.
Yeah,
now.
let's,
We
yeah,
have
let's do
to.
that. Let's do that, and that'll be how we wrap up the show. 'Cause we are just about out of time.
Don't forget that clock is still slow.
I know. That's why I said we were almost out of time.
Bunny Bash.
Why bashing bunnies?
That's what it's called.
Yo,
What's
the
that?
launch here with the reminder. You can go to the special launch pad next to all of the gates. It's the one
So
with
weird.
the picture of
Okay.
the microphones over it.
You're so much faster than me.
Yup. Gate battle. Yeah, I guess this unlocks the next gate area. Or
So are we battling each other? Or
no, it's boss fights.
Yeah. Best part about collectathons from this one.
Yo, what's up? It's me, Lamont, Funkapotamus, here to lay some funky wisdom on y'all.
Great
Now
Funkapotamus.
listen up. I have felt a tremor in the funk, which tells me that there is something righteously unfunky down there on Earth, and it may be what's
Righteously
causing all the
unfunky.
problems. While I look into this, I want you to spread the word of funk with these oversized chickens on the farm. You feel me?
That's why we have this
Standing in
cultural
the way of
relic in front of
progress.
us.
They didn't say. Nobody said it then. Nobody said it when
That's
this
the
game came out.
point.
Yes, I know.
The whole thing is an anachronism. You're terrible at it.
Yes, I know that.
Whoa, what are those?
Big chickens.
Kill them.
Chickens with mortars.
I thought it was a telescope. I was like, why does that have a telescope?
Chickens with mortars was an enemy in the original ToeJam Earl.
That sounds believable.
Yeah. They fire tomatoes out of their mortars. Eggs in this one.
Do you get tomatoes in this one?
Yeah, this one.
So this was made by like
These same people, TG&E Productions.
That's what it's called. Okay. What are they doing now? Because I said this.
Hanging out in Washington.
See, I didn't know if you heard me, but I said we need to kickstart a new one of this.
Yeah.
Because that could look pretty. All this is really missing is just a better camera and some polish as far as visuals, but like better texture. This is playable.
For Johnny Shop.
Yeah. We all. know
Why
that
would you
day's coming.
want him to shut up about that?
Because it's a secret.
You don't want
Is
that to
it?
be a warning to us to prevent you from killing everyone? I mean, I don't care. I'm ready to die.
See, I was too. The whole apocalypse thing, I was like, if it's gonna happen, just go.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. I've lived a good life.
Yeah.
Guys are
I'm
crazy.
satisfied. I mean, sure, there are things that I, wish I could have, done or had time to do, but, I mean, what the hell?
Where did we get them all?
It's not like I can do anything about it now. I'm gonna die. So really, yeah, no, go ahead.
No.
Where?
See, and that's the beauty part of it, is when death is no longer a punishment, it can't be used as a threat.
It's pretty great. I recommend it. Sounds
That was big.
yes. No, I'm not gonna do it again. Whoa.
Oh, no, Jordan didn't finish university.
No,
yet.
no. Yeah. I might as well be though.
I know, it's
I'm
a
mentally
joke.
no, I'm mentally like I feel like an adult now.
That
I'm ready for
it's
it.
just like a
It's
formality.
no
You're
big-
like
it
one
is.
more
I'm gonna-
term.
it will be easy.
It's
I've
just
already-
because of credits and class.
I've already done the
yeah.
toughest stuff, so
Exactly.
And then after this, we can go to the urban zone.
it's time to have
5 minutes.
minutes. Okay, well we can screw around. It is a good point. This is why I say college isn't for everyone, because you never know how long you're going to live. And if you're wasting your whole life preparing for the future,
Chicken,
and you die, that's too bad.
and that's why they call me Funky
You do
Pie.
realize that I've
Alright, now never
not
mind.
only college,
In
but
this
2 years
next
of
time,
masters
the
too,
urban
right?
I didn't mean you, I just say in general, but yes, that's, I would not do that myself.
I can't die yet. I don't have all of the knowledge yet.
Shoot him at the surface. You're also gonna have to start using your
Why?
presence.
No, it just sounded funny.
Collecting some of
I
my
need to get
files.
all of the knowledge.
Don't forget, that's what you're here for. Oh,
Lamont's amazing.
surprise.
Just look at it. Don't you want him to come and live at your house?
I do.
Don't worry.
I'd be worried to poke his eyes out, but
Still looking into what's
I want to
causing
pick him
the
up.
tremors.
I don't know how big he'd be in real life compared to our proportions. Probably like
Yeah.
this big.
Yeah, I think it like this big.
Perfect
Did they make
size.
a little plushie?
I don't know. I suspect someone did at some point. But
Surely.
he seems so perfect for a marketing item, and Microsoft was, publishing this.
You could probably get that on Etsy.
Whatever, for Johnny. We keep it real all the time.
Girl got it.
That's no more real than normal. Why is there graffiti on the ground?
This is an urban zone.
Graffiti normally isn't placed on the ground as often as on
Look at
buildings.
that.
Don't you recognize
Background.
this, Katrina? This is what you studied.
No, definitely
It's
not.
a blimp.
A blimp?
Yeah, look at. There it is. I'll try and bounce
Off in the distance, yeah.
I'll bounce out this time.
Got me some
Where is it?
bling bling.
Camera, I don't like you. I just want to bounce around here.
Fresh pumpkin pie.
I got some, there's some sneakers over here for runs. Oh, wait, no, those are restrictions. Sorry. Take it.
Is that McDonald's fries I just picked up?
Yeah, French fries.
It looked.
Yep.
Okay.
They looked like that in the original ToeJam Earl
Oh, okay,
also.
okay. I thought that was supposed to be product placement.
No. We aren't quite to that point in gaming's history yet.
Close.
Yep, very close. It's like,
I was playing Prototype 2, and there's this one billboard for some, I don't even know what it is, some like Jekyll and Hyde type thing, like a TV show, I think. And that's the only billboard in the entire game. It's just that because
What?
yeah, this is pretty
Weird.
funny.
Alright, a key.
oh man, this is a really. I completely forgot. I had been deriding this game for a while. Thinking, oh god, it's the crappy ToeJam.
Yeah, you
Earl.
were. I came into this not expecting much. I like this maybe more than the other ones, just because it's faster.
Yeah.
I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Like the gameplay, I like more. The other ones seem to have more charm to them. The story and whatever.
Well, ToeJam Earl 2 is probably the weakest
Oh well,
one.
yeah. That's I've tried that. And it's yeah.
Although I will say the bonus stages, when you get good at them, it's a fucking rush.
What are they like? Kind of running thing?
Yeah, it's an auto run thing.
Ah, okay.
Oh, those.
And so, like, you phase out of the environment and you can jump, and you have to avoid obstacles, and phase out to avoid other obstacles. And you have a limited amount of time that you can be in the zone, and so you have to pick up time extensions as you're running, plus collecting points things and jars. And
That background is so good.
so
Oh.
simple.
You gotta get going anyway.
Yeah,
It's
it
all
is
good.
that time. I want to thank everybody for hanging out for another edition of Saturday Morning Hangover. Follow the channel.
He's gonna jump.
Peace
If you're
out.
not,
You're gonna die! Oh my god!
I think there's only like
Whoa,
10
that
of you
was
watching, but thank you for watching. Probably already subscribed.
I hope there's more than
thank
10.
you for subscribing. 65.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I even tweeted this time.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
The one time we got a shitload, I didn't do anything.
Well, we featured.
I know.
That makes a
I
difference.
thought maybe that would get them to. I don't know.
Maybe there's something else going on Twitch this
There
weekend. Or
probably
maybe,
is.
maybe Carnage is just, busy doing family holiday shit. Who knows? Hard to say, but so we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be
His
back.
pants fell off. Okay, sorry.
We'll be back next week with more Xbox Live Indie demos, more Dafoeverse, and something else to play. In the meantime, subscribe here, subscribe at youtube.com/Dtoid and youtube.com/DtoidTV, and get all sorts of new video and stuff. And then stay tuned for Brett Seidler for Weekend Escape. And we'll see you later.
Yeah, have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Oh,